This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Obiena strikes gold at Copernicus Cup as he soars to his season best. LeBron James ends 20-year All-Star streak due to injury. While Adamson, Shaina, Nitura set new UAAP record for the most points by a rookie in a match against Ateneo. While in the NBA, Stephen Curry and Jason Tatum lead Team Shaq to an NBA All-Star victory as they triumph over Team Chuck in the finals. And we have our very own world-class libero, Macandili-Catindig, to talk about her rise in the ladder of volleyball leadership. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 17th of February. Now here's our roundup. Filipino pole vault sensation Obiena is back on top, delivering a stellar performance to clinch gold at the Copernicus Cup in Torun, Poland. The 29-year-old cleared a season-best 5.80 meters, cementing his spot among the world's elite. Obiena outclassed Poland's hometown favorite Peter Lisek and Norway's Sondre Guttormsen, both clearing 5.70 meters, while Lisek edged out Guttormsen for silver via countback. The victory also marks Obiena's second gold medal of the 2025 indoor season, following his triumph at the Meeting Mets Moselle at Lelore. With this momentum, Obiena is poised to soar to even greater heights as the indoor season unfolds. LeBron James's remarkable 20-year NBA All-Star streak came to an end as the Lakers star opted out of Sunday's game, citing foot and ankle soreness. The 40-year-old initially planned to compete in the league's new mini-tournament format alongside veterans like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant, but prioritized his health for the Lakers' playoff push.
Unfortunately, I will not be in uniform tonight. Still dealing with ankle and foot discomfort, so I will not be playing tonight.
James will return to Los Angeles for rehab ahead of Wednesday's rescheduled game against Charlotte. Despite sitting out, James expressed optimism about the Lakers' trade for Luka Doncic.
Excitement of being able to add a caliber player like that, a generational talent like that to our franchise, it's something that's given me energy, and and I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. I think we only had two games so far.
The Lakers, currently fifth in the West with a 32-20 playoff record, remain in playoff contention as they eye a strong finish to the season. Shaina Nitura couldn't have asked for a better start to her collegiate volleyball career as the prize rookie of the Adamson Lady Falcons delivered a record-breaking 33-point performance to lead her team to a thrilling reverse sweep against Ateneo de Manila University, 21-25, 20-25, 25-12, 25-15, 15-12 in their UAAP Season 87 opener at the Mall of Asia Arena on Sunday. The most scored by a rookie in a single UAAP game was built on 28 attacks, 4 blocks, and an ace. But the 20-year-old standout from Cainta, Rizal stayed humble, shifting the focus to the team's success. The Lady Falcons found themselves in a precarious position, dropping the first 2 sets to a determined Ateneo squad. But an explosive 8-3 start in the third set sparked a comeback, with Nitura and her teammates dominating the next 3 sets to complete the reverse sweep. Nitura wasn't the only standout for Adamson, as Frances Mordi tallied an impressive 23 points, while setter Felicity Sagaysay contributed 10 excellent sets and 5 points. Meanwhile, Ateneo's AC Minor led her team with 18 points, supported by Ivana Sulit and Giselle Chunashima, who scored 10 markers each. However, the Blue Eagles' campaign took a tough hit when Chunashima suffered a severe leg injury late in the 5th set, leaving the team stunned and trailing 11-9. The UAAP Season 87 volleyball competition is just getting hotter with each match, so stay tuned for more of the action. Now back in the NBA All-Star Game, Stephen Curry and Jason Tatum powered Shaquille O'Neal's Team Shaq to a commanding 41-25 victory over Charles Barkley's Team Chuck in the revamped NBA All-Star Game. Curry dazzled with multiple three-pointers on his home court at Golden State's Chase Center, while Tatum contributed 15 points to the win. Despite LeBron James's injury withdrawal, veterans like Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, and James Harden kept Team Shaq in control throughout the game. Curry earned his second All-Star MVP following up his 2022 win, calling it a celebration of a lot of great things. In the first game, Team Chuck triumphed over Kenny Smith's Young Stars 41-32, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the charge with 12 points and 2 rebounds. Victor Wembanyama and Karl Anthony Towns each contributed 6 points to help secure the win. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Tyler Hero each posted 6 points for Team Kenny, but it wasn't enough to overcome Chuck's squad. Earlier in the game, Team Shaq defeated Candace Parker's Rising Stars 42-35 to secure a spot in the final. This year's All-Star format saw a shift from East-West teams to a 40 mini-tournament with each game played to 40 points. While some players, including Draymond Green, voiced concerns about the change, Damian Lillard found the new format more competitive than in previous years. Good game, everybody, and congratulations once more to Team Shaq. Meanwhile, Mac McClung makes history by winning his third consecutive slam dunk contest title. The Orlando Magic G League guard wowed the crowd with jaw-dropping dunks, including a leap over a car and 3 people, earning perfect 50s from the judges in both the first round and final. McClung became the first player to win 3 straight titles in the competition, joining Nate Robinson as the only players to claim 3 slam dunk crowns. In the three-point contest, Miami's Tyler Hero emerged as the victor, narrowly defeating Buddy Hield in a thrilling final. Hero's consistent shooting in the latter rounds helped him claim the title, while Hield's record-tying 31-point first round was not enough to secure the win. The Golden State Warriors also made a strong impression, advancing to the final round in both the Kia Skills Challenge and the Starry three-point shootout. Draymond Green and Moses Moody were impressive in the Skills Challenge, though they were ultimately edged out by Team Cavs in the final. In the three-point contest, Hield made history with his high-scoring first round, but it was Hero who ultimately took home the victory. All in all, NBA All-Star Saturday provided a night of thrilling performances, historic accomplishments, and unforgettable moments. And now, here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Have you ever seen a player go for a shot only to have it completely swatted out of the air? What do you think it takes to deny an opponent like that? Swatted is a term used when a defender blocks a shot, often with authority, sending the ball away before it can even reach the basket. It's a high-impact defensive move, often leaving the offensive player stunned. Getting swatted is a tough moment for any player, but it's also a reminder that defense can change the entire momentum of the game. So the next time you're on the court, remember, it's not just about scoring. Sometimes it's all about swatting those shots and making a statement on defense. Now we go to our off-court buzzer. Sebastian Vettel, the legendary. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 17th of February. When we return, world-class libero Don Macandili-Catindig talks about her rise on the ladder of leadership. So watch out for that when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. When it comes to rising to the occasion, Don Macandili-Catindig has always delivered when it counted the most. And we sat down with a world-class libero to know more about her success secrets and what it truly means to be a leader on the court. And right now, I am feeling a sense of pride because it's a huge honor to be sitting alongside somebody who is regarded as the GOAT libero of Philippine volleyball. Kasama natin ngayon, si Don Macandili-Catindig. Don!
It's a pleasure.
This feels surreal to me kasi sa dami ng interviews natin in the past, this is the first time that I'm interviewing you as Don Catindig. So, how has life been being married and still playing volleyball at a very high level?
Parang everything, I'm just so grateful na I still get to play and yun, parang every day's a new day. Just being grateful.
Ang dami mo nang na-achieve sa career mo, grabe, from the three-peat, from being recognized as the best libero in Asia, from being called world-class by Japanese coaches, and now at the age of 28, still number 1 in the rankings in terms of being a libero. What's the secret, Don, for your continued success as a player?
Siguro nung nasa college ako, I was just playing na parang, okay, I'm playing. And then when I got to the pros, parang nag-inject ako ng more science and para mas mahaba pa yung career.
Yes.
And syempre, nung college kasi never ako nai-injure eh. As in, never. So, nung medyo nag-pros na ako, ayun na, sumasakit na yung likod ko, sumasakit na yung elbow ko, yung tuhod ko. So, sabi sa akin nung ortho namin, you're getting old. You have to play smarter, not harder. So, yun, dun parang mas naging conscious ako sa kinakain ko, sa mga supplements, and yun, parang talagang play smarter na ngayon.
Did you really never get injured in college sa dami ng mga...
It was like minimal, like sprain lang, but not yung nasa-sit out ako sa training.
Last September, Gia de Guzman passed the baton to you. You're now the captain of Alas Pilipinas. Did you ever imagine, nung nagsimula ka maglaro ng volleyball, na balang araw, we're going to have a libero captain and on the national team?
Never. Kasi syempre yung role namin, support role kami. So, nasanay talaga ako na follower, ganyan, sunod lang ako. So, grabe yung anxiety ko noon na parang na-stress ako na ako na yung captain, ako kailangan mag-lead and everything. But yun, message ko si Gia. I was like, Gia, pwede bang mag-iba na lang ng captain? I was like, so stressed out. And,
so wait, yung process na yun, si Gia yung pumili on who to pass the captaincy to? Ganun ba yun?
Not really, but I was talking to her na, can you ask Coach George na to put a different captain? But she was like, girl, hindi mo naman kailangan pasanin lahat ng responsibility. Pwede ka naman humingi ng tulong sa ibang seniors or ganyan. Sabi ko, oo nga, no?
So she really pushed for you. Grabe. Okay. As a libero, how proud are you that, you know, even in the UAAP, we have libero captains.
Yeah.
What do you think is the impact of that rule change na, yun, pwede na maging captain yung mga libero?
Yun napansin ko kasi, like, also playing with other liberos na from the national team, di ba? Kasi na-experience ko na to play with other people. Talagang universal din pala na pag libero ka, dahil lagi ka nasa likod, nakikita mo lahat, and you're non-scoring, so you get like an overview of the whole team, how we're moving, paano ba, ano bang nagiging lapses namin. So siguro kaya rin nagiging captain yung mga libero because we have a different view of the team, di ba? So when you're a scoring player, nakikita mo yung net, nakikita mo yung paano ka didiskarte, but you don't see the whole thing. Like, syempre, it's a different thing pag coach yung nasa labas, mas kita niya lahat. But then, inside the court, parang may different view rin kami. So siguro in a way, doon din lumalabas yung leadership ng mga libero na, okay, ito yung i-adjust natin kasi it's gonna work better for us.
For you, Don, what's it gonna take for Alas Pilipinas to finally capture that elusive gold in international competitions?
Siguro it's a good start yung last year na
Yeah.
parang we got different players from the pros, from the UAAP schools, and from the collegiate level. Kasi the earlier you start and the more exposure you get, it's better. Kasi for me, I started in the national team 2017.
Yeah.
So all the jitters were there. Yung kaba na, oh my God, mga international players na yung kalaban ko. But then last year, siguro ilang years na yon after na I've been with the national team,
Yeah.
nawawala na yung jitters eh. Nasasanay ka na ganun level na yung kalaban mo. So you think more clearly, mas naka-apply ka ng mga technique na natutunan mo over the years, and mas nasi-share mo na siya sa mga bata na kasama mo. So, yung iiwan namin sa kanila, dadalhin nila yun for the next years to come, and ipapasa naman nila yun sa mga bata. So, the key talaga is to start early, get more exposure, and just play paulit-ulit.
Now, speaking of gold, itong Cignal, still looking for its first title in the PVL. For you, with the current lineup that you have, do you feel like you have enough to win the first ever PVL championship?
Kaya namin ilaban hanggang dulo. Kasi, although yun nga, kulang kami sa players, but everyone is trying their best to fulfill that role na mas solid talaga, solid kami. Na hindi mo isipin na may kulang.
For you, ano yung strength ng Cignal HD Spikers? Like, is it a quality? Are you guys resilient, hardworking?
Siguro yung tiwala namin sa sistema. Kasi kahit sinong ipasok mo sa current lineup namin, hindi mawawala kasi we trust the system. Sa training pa lang talaga, kung ano yung sabihin ni coach, kung ano yung turo niya, tinatry namin gawin.
Right now, Don, syempre, the team that everybody is gunning for is Creamline. So, for you, anong nakikita mo sa Creamline na meron sila and that they've been very successful in the PVL?
Yung Creamline kasi matagal na rin silang magkakasama eh. So, parang bawat galaw nila, kilala na nila yung isa't isa. So, yun, siguro yun din yung advantage nila na dahil nga matagal na sila magkakasama. So, inside the court, they really know how to figure each other out. Na,
There's familiarity.
Yeah. So, now that for the past year, medyo nag-iiba yung players ng Cignal, may pumapasok, may nawawala. So, yun yung medyo challenge for us na kung sino yung nasa loob, yung familiarity with each other. So, yun yung binibuild namin ngayon.
So, last February 1, you almost beat Creamline, almost completed a reverse sweep.
Yeah.
And I think sa inyo sila pinaka nahirapan. Bernadette Pons had 27 points in that match. So, para sa'yo, Don, as somebody who yung responsibility mo is to defend itong mga spikers na katulad ni Pons, para sa'yo, throughout your career, sino yung mga pinakamahirap na depensahan ng mga spikers?
Alam mo, recently, si Tots.
Tots Carlos, okay.
Yeah, because she's been playing smarter.
Yeah.
And like, you know, ako kasi, nakikita ko kapag kung nakaharap na dito, so dito na ako mag-aabang. Tapos biglang i-change niya.
So it's not necessarily yung bigat ng palo, bigat ng bola. It's more of like kung saan niya dadalhin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of yung bigat, has there ever been a situation na parang pag-receive mo, uy, ang lakas nun ah.
Yeah.
Sino? Kanino ka nagulat na, uy, ang lakas pala nun?
Si Brooke.
Oh, okay.
Tsaka si Sabi. Kasi, sila manipis sila pumalo. So, isipin mo, pag mas manipis, mas walang power. Pero yung kanila, manipis na nga, may power pa. So, oh my God, sobrang kailangan ko talaga siyang iganon, kundi mag-overball siya.
What's the mindset ng isang Don Catindig? Pag halimbawa, okay, nakita mo sa schedule, Brooke Van Sickle, Sabi Davison.
Ako talaga, syempre nag-viewing kami, di ba? So, titingnan ko kung ano yung mga tendencies ng spikers. Tapos doon ako magpapa-overload.
So, pinag-aaralan mo talaga.
Yes, yes.
Para sa'yo, as a last question, what is in the bucket list of Don Macandili-Catindig that you want to check bago matapos ang volleyball career mo?
Yeah. Very very timely kasi syempre gusto ko na rin mag-family. So I have like a few years to check my bucket list. Ayan. So ang number 1 ko talaga is mag-medal sa SEA Games. Tapos okay na ako.
Yun yung pinaka-ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal.
And syempre mag-champion pa ulit sa PBL. So hopefully, I can feel it. Promise, I can feel it.
With that, Don, I want to say we're very proud of you and your volleyball journey. You continue to inspire everybody, and we hope that you get to check those boxes even before matapos yung volleyball career mo.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, we have Don Catindig.
Yes.
When the scorecard returns, we will look into the upcoming NBA matchups so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. We'll break down the upcoming matchups to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge you need to stay ahead of the game. All right, everybody, let's talk about the state of the NBA as we approach the business end of the season. And we have the championship race, and it's as tight as it's ever been. Is the champion going to come from the East, or is the champion going to come from the West? We'll soon find out. You know, this year's battle isn't just about individual teams. It's also about which of the two conferences holds the most power. We're seeing a real clash of styles, narratives, and frankly, egos between the East and the West. And right now, it looks like it's going to be an all-out war to decide who is taking that title. Let's start with the Eastern Conference. These are the standings as of the moment, as of the All-Star break. And yes, Cleveland is sitting at the top with a 44-10 record. It's like we blinked and the Cavs are a legit powerhouse again. It's like LeBron is still there, but no, he's not. They're deep, they defend like their lives depend on it, and they've got that perfect mix of young energy and veteran savvy. And then, of course, you've got the defending champions, the Boston Celtics at 39-16. Boston is doing Boston things. They have a stacked roster. They've got suffocating defense. And of course, that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combination, that duo that just grinds teams down over 4 quarters. New York is right there, sitting at 36-18. And for the first time in forever, the Knicks are built to last. They are tough, they are smart, and they have that we do not care who you are mentality that makes them a nightmare matchup in the playoffs. And then there's Indiana, there's Milwaukee, and there is Detroit rounding out the top 6. The Pacers are playing with pace. The Bucks are still a sleeping giant with Giannis. And the Pistons, maybe they're not scaring anyone yet, but they're clawing their way into relevance. The East is no joke anymore. Now, let's go to the Western Conference. If the East is about methodical, physical dominance, the West is all about firepower. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the Thunder, they are leading the pack at 44-10. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing out of his mind. And this team has the perfect blend of youth athleticism and just enough experience to make them legit. Right behind them, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Denver Nuggets, they're right there in the mix. The Nuggets, of course, still with Nikola Jokic, making basketball look effortless. They've got the continuity, they've got the chemistry, they've got the experience, which makes them terrifying come playoff time. And then we have the Houston Rockets at number 4. Yes, the Rockets. This team was supposed to still be in their figuring things out phase, but yet they're here. And they're not apologizing for it. And then, of course, you've got the 2 LA teams, the Lakers and the Clippers. If healthy, they can be absolute wrecking balls in the postseason. The Lakers are trying to squeeze every last ounce of greatness from LeBron, and the Clippers, well, who knows? If Kawhi and the rest are locked in, they're dangerous. If not, it's the same old Clipper story. So what does this all mean? The balance of power is as close as it's ever been. The East has the discipline, the defense, and teams built for the grind. The West has the star power, the firepower, and the potential for sheer chaos. And when the finals roll around, it's going to be about who imposes their will first. If it's a physical, slow-paced series, I will say the East has the edge. But if it turns into a track meet, the West might just run away with it. One thing's for sure. This year's championship isn't just about one team winning it all. It's about which conference proves that they own the league. And that's a battle we're all here to watch. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From legendary American wrestler and coach, Olympic gold medalist and recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2020. Danny Macandili once said, "Gold medals aren't really made of gold. They're made of sweat, determination, and hard-to-find alloy called guts." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Billionaire News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.